think you wanted to do it from the bottom. Moharan, you get used to it. Likutei Moharan, Terry Yud. Terry Yud, Bishvil Zeh. Since Eretz Yisrael, Gavoya, we call our it's higher than the other lands. Al Shem She'ikar Nisim Shamen. It's called higher because the main place for miracles is there. Ksiv, Harim Ines, lift, Ines, in other words, lift up a flag, so that'll be a sign for all the nations to return, all the Jews that are by them, return to Eretz Yisrael. So Harim Ines, lift a Nes. So Nes, the word Nes, has a few meanings, which all come from the Nes. Basically is something that you lift up. A miracle is something which comes up from reality. This is like, Derech HaTeva, suddenly something comes up unlike nature. It's a Derech Nes. It's elevated, it's noticeable. So Zarim Nes is something which is elevated. Eretz Yisrael is elevated. It means it's a place of Nisim. It's a place which is beyond time and place. That's what Eretz Yisrael, that is a place of Nisim, is higher than all the lands. It's also the land of Canaan. Canaan is the Shon Seichel. Rashi says in Hosea on the Pasuk, Canaan beyodoi muzni mirmo. Canaan holds false scales in his hand. So Canaan, Rashi says Canaan, the word Canaan means a merchant. A merchant, as we say, before, socher, scho. Remember? Scho, merchant is scho. That he goes around, the merchant suddenly goes around selling his scho, it's not scho. Because the targum of scho is saviv, is around. Bivchinas emuna. Socher is emuna, כמו שכתוב באמונות הסכילוסייך. We also learned in previous Torah. In what is alluded to in this particular pasuk is that emuna constitutes a circle. Papa Ross says what I told you about this before. He says you have to explain that Emunah is only shach, something that the mind cannot grasp. Because otherwise, you know it, you understand it. It doesn't mean you believe it. You believe it. You don't understand, but you believe it. The truth is also something that the sechel gets, because something sechel gets, you don't need the Emunah because you understand it. But something which the sechel does not get, cannot grasp, it's like a circle thing that has no edges, it has no beginning, has no end. And this is the same thing. Emunah is something that has no ends to get into it. Masha'im Kain, something which is logical, something which is cerebral, is a beginning. You put into it and you get into it, step by step you get into it. You analyze it, you deduct it, you induct it, whatever it is, that through techniques you can get into it. From Inyan until, but something that the Seichel does not grasp is Inyan Emunah, is Abchinas Ego, is principally or symbolically is a circle. Also a saga, this asaga is always Abchinas Makifin, is a circumference. So that the makif is something you don't know yet. It's through emunah that you believe that there's more to it than meets the eye. You keep on going at it, it brings it in. The makifin is his circumference, it surrounds you. That's why Seicha alludes to emunah, is euphemistically, it says emunah. In Canaan, Rashi says it's a Seicha. So we made Eretz Yisrael, it's called Eretz Canaan, it's the root of emunah, and it's called Eretz Canaan. זה שאמרו חז"ל, זה חז"ל של ארץ ישראל שיש התחילה. He says, in Seches Tainus, Eretz Yisrael drinks first, and then the entire world. It is Anoisen Matar Pnei Haaretz. This is what the Gemara says in Tainus. In other words, the rain comes down first on Eretz Yisrael, and then in all the rest of the lands. Now, where does the rain come from? The Gshamim beim D'hoimus. The Gshamim, they come from the water that's in the deep. Now, D'hoimus is a very peculiar word. That it, first of all, it means D'hoim, it means depth, it means which is concealed. You know, a deep to deep, one deep to the other is calling the other to the voice of your pipes. Chazal says, what does it mean? One deep calls to another. Chazal says, you don't have a single drop from above. In other words, there's no single drop of rain coming from above. That there's no tahoim, you know, that comes up to it 3 tvochim. In other words, the water comes from below, doesn't come from below, and then it rains from above. It means that when the rains go into the land, into the earth, a tefach, so that the home goes up 3 tefachim. So the mayim elyonim from which the rain are coming, and the mayim tachtonim which are in the land, they are both called tahom. This is tahom shel ma'ala, tahom shel mata. This is a depth of above and a depth of below. The tahom, the word tahom is a remez, is a hint for Lushon Nes, of miracle. In other words, it alludes to the concept of miracles. K'moshe Kosov, as it is said in Rus, when Naomi came back to Bethlehem without her husband and her children, Vatehoim kol ha'ir, the entire town was tahoming. Tahoming, it was like, everybody wondered. The entire city wondered. So with this wondering that the town did, the Shon Tahom, this alludes to the union of the Nes. Kial Nes, because when it comes to a miracle, Halavar Chidush, which is not like nature, it's not natural, Matmi, everybody wonders. Well, it's a miracle, it's a moifes, it's a Nes. Wow, you know, you don't say like, wow, it fell on the table. That's nature, right? But if I put it down and it went up in the air, you go, wow, that's freak out. You're like, whoa. About this, everybody's wondering. It's the home, everybody like, shishkin, wow. Like, so the home is the shon nes. The home is also the nes. Now there's the bechina, that supernal root, which is called Tehom, that there is the root of all the Nisim. That's why Eretz Yisrael, it drinks first from the Tehomis, because there the Tehomis is the root of the Nisim, because it receives the Pchinas Nisim, which is also the root of the Tefillah, and the root of Emunah. They're all Pchinas Nisim. This is what Chazal said, on the posuk Hanitzonim Niru, the buds have shown in the land. I'm saying the beginning of the posuk. You only see the end here. He says, Kol Ator Nishma B'Artzeinu. The beginning of the posuk is Hanitzonim Niru Ba'aretz. The buds were seen in the land. Es Azamir Higia, the time of the nightingale has come. The Kol HaTorah Nishma B'Artzeinu, and the sound of the dove was heard in our land. That is talking about the Yom Shom. This is talking about the rain. Now, the Gemara says that there is a malach. There's a malach, which resembles an ox, resembles a bull. Because Tor in Aramaic is a bull. Torah, you know. V'asa shoychet v'shachas l'Torah, the shata l'mayad and Torah. It's the shore. Yeah. So the Torah in Ramas is shor. And that malach is standing between the upper time, the upper depth, and the inner depth. In the time when they used to do the water libation on the Mizbeach, when they're singing Zmir Sachag, then you could hear the voice of that malach, the telling the upper time, the upper depth, to bring its water to the land. And it's telling the lower depth to elevate its water to the land. That's why it's understood why it is said, Nishma B'Artzeinu, it is heard in our land, in Eretz Yisrael Dafka. Ki Ikar Geshomim Nishmaim B'Eretz Yisrael. Because the main rain is heard in Eretz Yisrael, like Kishabat Haimis. That's the place of the depth. Hainu Nisim, Hainu Amunat Tfilah. That's why also there, this is where you hear the Malach that is talking about that. This is a very important nakuda, that a person should daven, especially in Eretz Yisrael, for everything that he needs. You deserve it, you don't deserve it, it doesn't matter. The fact that the Baruch is mekabel your tefillah, even in natural things, when you don't deserve it, is also a nes. And as you learn further that the Iker Inyan of the Geula, the main thing that will bring the redemption, is the Emunah in Nisim, is faith in miracles. The first miracle that you have to have faith in is that the Kodesh Baruch Hu wants you to tefillas. He wants you to ask Him. He wants you to beg Him to give you everything that you want. Are you not worthy? And it's a miracle. And the fact that you believe in this is Emunah B'Nisim. This is Emunah B'Nisim. And this is Mesugal for the Geula. Personal Geula, overall Geula. It's very important. It's very important. You cannot possibly talk enough about this union of daven for everything. Whether you deserve it, you don't deserve it, whether it is possible, it's not possible, it doesn't matter. Just daven for it. Because Baruch Hu will give, it's up to Him, it's not my business. But my emunah, because Baruch Hu wants my prayer. He wants me to ask, I want to be a Talmid Chacham. What do you mean, what do you mean? I'm done with a capital D. Rosel Mela says, stupid with a capital stu. I'm like, what are you talking about? I mean, the dust on the floor is a genius compared to me. Stains on the floor could get scholarships to colleges compared to me. Yeah, because ask. They said, the Netziv of Volozhin, he said on himself, he's mechayev all the people that have a shvere cup. Reb Chaim Kanievsky, Sarah Torah, was known, to be, when he was a bocher, he had a very shvere tfisa. It was very hard for him. Very hard for him. Rabbeinu was learning Seichel. You see, he couldn't have mishnayos. You see, he couldn't have mishnayos. I have no problem with mishnayos. No problem with mishnayos. But he cried and he asked, and he came, go in. You can ask for anything. Ask for any other. The asking for it is an expression of your emunah in Nisim. That brings the Geula. You get it, don't get it, just like HaKadosh Baruch Hu will give you what's good for you. Don't worry about it. You ask away. Don't hold back. We continue tomorrow.